Alright, we're taking a look at the Nintendo GameCube today. Well, actually this is the box for it. But this was originally released in September 2001 in Japan. A couple months later in the States. And I have the Mario Kart Double Dash edition. This is actually a sleeve that goes over the outside of the box. That's what it looks like without it. You know, limited edition, limited to the thousands upon thousands that they produced. Whatever. Shows you some accessories you can get for it. And on the back, just a crap load of games. And this is what I love about the 6th generation is you know, the systems could do other things, but it was about the games, you know. No Netflix, no Facebook bullshit, just games. And wish I still had that one, because that one was a great remake, along with the Resident Evil remake, another classic. GameCube logo on the side, and that's it for the box. And then we come to the GameCube itself, and I have the Game Boy player attached to the bottom. If you want to see what the GameCube looks like without this on it, look at my Game Boy player review I showed you before I put this thing on. But anyways, it's kind of a controversial looking console. A lot of people consider it kiddie for various reasons. I like the look of it. It's got the 4 controller ports on the front, 2 cartridge slots. Apparently this one's made of SNES plastic because it's starting to yellow. Actually, I used to smoke, so I think that's what that's from. Over on this side there is a fan, which of course cools off the insides. AV out here, and this is the same plug that they use for the Super Nintendo and N64, so if you have that cord and you are missing this cord, just use one of those. You've got your power handle on the back. A lot of people cannot stand this handle. I actually like it, even though I never took it to a friend's house or anything. I just think it's cool. And then, you know, that's where the hot air escapes out the side. Of course, it says Nintendo GameCube on the top. You can see me in the reflection there. Hi! Open button here. And then you can see the CD tray. And I'll show you something real quick here. Plop the game in. Whoops, didn't mean to close it. But if you plop a game in and you want to get it out, you can, you can pull it that way, or you can just press down in the center and, ejects the disc right out. Also, there's a reset button here and power up here, and then this light glows orange when you power up the system. Here's what the memory cards look like for the GameCube. They do include stickers that you can, put up there, and an end label as well. I don't have any right now, but they are a little bit smaller than a PS1 or PS2 memory card. Of course, they just slide in the slot right there really easily. And then this is the standard controller that comes with the system. Pretty good controller, not as good as the DualShock in my opinion, but still a very, very nice controller. Got the 2 sticks here. D-pad is a little bit small. You got 3 shoulder buttons here. And I'll talk about this more in depth some other time. I'll do a separate review for the controller. But there's that. And then the games come in DVD style cases. There's that. Of course, it has the rating on it. The games themselves, however, are mini discs, and you can see my copy of Paper Mario here has a big D on it for douchebag. But anyways, the games come on mini discs, which are smaller than a normal CD or DVD. However, they are slightly bigger than a UMD. And this system was quite a bit more powerful than the PS2 and Dreamcast, slightly less powerful than the Xbox. Really put out some fantastic looking games. The Resident Evil remake is one of the best examples. It's just a great looking remake, a great looking game in its own right. You know, there's Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes, Metroid Prime games look fantastic. Baten Kaitos, Tales of Symphonia, just lots of great looking stuff for the system. And while the system wasn't a failure, it is considered a disappointment. Sold significantly less than the PlayStation 2. Pretty much about the same amount as the Xbox. And some people blame the fact that there was really no online with it. You know, they had Phantasy Star. That was the only online game. You know, online really wasn't a factor back then. If you had an Xbox, you cared about online. If you had the other systems, you really didn't care. Most PlayStation 2 owners I've talked to never even bothered with the online feature of the system. No, the real problem was the mini discs. You know, they didn't go with the DVDs like PlayStation 2 and Xbox, so these mini discs had less storage. You know, they went with these to prevent piracy and to prevent shovelware from just being thrown on the system. And while they did succeed in those, you know, in those features or aspects of it, it also prevented a lot of good games from being ported over because these things do not hold a lot of data. And I always find it kind of odd when a really powerful system has a really small storage format. And yeah, so a lot of games, you know, they just weren't ported over. It was really light on RPGs. There was Fire Emblem, Baten Kaitos, Tales of Symphonia, and this one, and other than that, it was all garbage. For RPGs, I mean. A lot of games, if they did get ported over, they would be put on 2 discs, or if they couldn't fit it on 2 discs, they would, you know, cut out a lot of content. So, you know, a lot of stuff just didn't make it over. There was no Grand Theft Auto for the system, you know, no Guitar Hero, which you may not care about Guitar Hero now, but back then it was a huge series, and not having it on the GameCube really hurt its sales quite a bit. Another factor too is that it's just kind of viewed as a kiddie system. You know, it's got this cube shape with the handle. A lot of people say it looks like a lunchbox, and you know, the controller with the big green button. Even though I like the system a lot, I like the controller, you know, a lot of people just view it as a kind of a kiddie console, which is a shame because it has lots of great content, lots of great games, and they're really affordable now too. They're like $30 for the system. The games, however, are starting to get up there in price, so if you want to get one, I would recommend getting it now and getting as many games as you can because they're starting to get up there in price. You know, it's kind of similar to the Saturn. The Saturn system is cheap, but the games are expensive. So, alright, but that'll do it for this one. It's a fantastic system. You see it, pick it up. And, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys.